An ugly bird lands next to a baddie and gets slapped off out of rejection, while an ugly loser Gu wakes up and goes to freshen up for his job interview, whining about how good-looking people gets everything so easily. Next, in living room, TV starts screaming beautiful queen is banning ugly people from roaming the streets. Emotionally bankrupt Gu turns off the TV and tells his little sister, Ming, to stay at home. On the way to the interview, he spots a cop arresting an ugly hardcore anime nerd for daring to buy a plastic waifu. Then he watches a short, balding guy sprint like a cartoon character. He's a 3-star eyesore who's been on run for months and is now being chased by cops. The officers open fire as he yells, "Don't kill me." Moments later, he's on the ground and charged with criminal offense of being ugly, sentenced to life imprisonment and banned from seeing his own unfortunate face on mirror. A couple throws verbal tomatoes, he's so ugly, while a mom watching this tells her ugly kid to stay inside. People start passing comments. Ugly people should die, disgusting, just disappear. Gu is thoroughly grossed out observing all this. He snaps out of it when someone tells him he passed the interview, but his joy fades fast. It's only a 90-day trial. While his superior Cha gets promotion after promotion just for having a beautiful face. One day, Cha calls him in and scolds him harshly. 2 clients canceled the order because of his ugly face. Gu defends himself saying, "I picked out best suit and popular haircut." But she tells him to shut it and kneel. He does. She gives him death stare that sends him wobbling back. She says her serotonin levels drop when she sees his face. She wishes all ugly people would just disappear. After work, she says, "You sluggish, what's taking you so long?" As Gu carries her boxes asking why I have to help you after work, she says, "Shut up, follow me," as she walks towards her house. While he has to clean dishes and mop her house, she enjoys inside her bathtub, and when she comes out she says, "Now go clean my bathroom." As he walks towards bathroom, he accidentally steps on her and get kicked instantly. Now he walks toward home tiredly. As he enters and he says, "Ming, I bought you some food." She just holds a paper asking when she can go outside, and her ugly sad face shows up. Feeling like human trash, he hugs her and promises someday she'll walk outside with her head held high. Next day he goes to work again, where beautiful people get VIP access to life. While waiting to crossway, the queen pops up on every screen. People praise her beauty and some just faint. She announces that anyone caught trying to look better through surgery will now get live-streamed executions. People get scared of it while Gu feels doomed at this moment. Back at the office, Cha makes Gu lick the floor as she's mad. "How dare you to miss my call?" She insults him, calling him ugly, disgusting loser. Later he gets home and finds a mysterious ticket shoved under the door. As he reads it says, "Meet us, we can make you beautiful." Then he opens door calling his sister, who doesn't respond. He then looks at ticket, and next day, he follows the ticket's directions to a public toilet. He opens the door and starts checking but couldn't find anything. Just then he recalls the password, drain, and the floor opens and drops him inside. Down in the darkness, he holds the ticket and found himself inside a sewer. As he starts walking, he faceplants into an invisible wall that activates a bunch of hidden scanners. They confirm he's ugly with a ticket and flush him into a long pipe which leads him to another chamber. Their old dude named Dr. Machete welcomes him. Gu wants to ask question, but Doctor is ready with his robotic arms saying, "Let's start the experiment." And he's shoved into a steel pod. Just then the cops raid the place, asking Doctor to surrender now. Machete smashes a button and drops the ceiling. As the lab crumbles, he tells Gu, "It's all on you now. Please restore the world to its original state." The dust settles, but Pod is still there unharmed. Officer calls other cops and they all are ready with camera guns. As a girl walks towards them, their scanners break from sheer beauty overload. Only the queen has more than 5-star beauty rating. With face of more than 5-star, she asks, "Who are you?" While cops falls back as they can't able to face her glowing aura. She glances in a busted mirror and wonders, "What happened to my face? I was an ugly guy." Gu recalls how Machete turned him into a glowing goddess and thinks, "I can't believe this." Radiating hotness, Gu walks out thinking, "I cannot go home like this." Gu climbs up towards an exit and tries to hide her face from scorching sun rays. The moment people spots her, they start simping on her and hails in front of such a divine beauty. They offer her clothes, gifts, and treat her like a walking miracle. Seeing her dressed in a beautiful attire, people can't take their eyes off. Next, she stands in front of her old workplace and marches inside. There she asks for a job and HR's jaw drops seeing 5-star beauty. He introduces her as new manager and everyone bows to her. She gets a fancy office and she says, "Now I realize it's such a great thing to be pretty." She calls for Cha. Cha shows up like a loyal dog. Gu tells her to kneel, meant as revenge, but Cha's into it because apparently being insulted by someone hot is her kink. She begs for more. Gu's creeped out by how easily she can puppeteer people with her appearance. Cha insists this is how the world works. Hot equals holy. She even suggests Gu join the Queen's elite knights. Then she can do anything she wants. So, Gu decides to climb the ranks, shake the system, and change the fate of ugly people. Meanwhile, far away in Castle while having a feast, elite knights discuss about the new 5-star bombshell having beauty closer to Queen. So they decide to meet her. The next morning, a reporter talks about a 1-star man who saw 2-star beauties cleaning a toilet. He realized how low his status was, that he surrendered himself for being too ugly to live freely and is sent to ugly prison. Gu turns of TV and Cha asks, why did you let 2-star citizen to clean public toilet? Gu says, I decided our company will send best to clean toilets and keep the ugly ones out. She then asks what you think about ugly people. Cha says ugly people are trash and should be banned. Gu whispers, I'll make you feel that soon, which makes Cha more excited while Gu asks how to reach ugly prison. Cha takes her to a secret archive but warns only the Queen has full access. People below 5-star will be eliminated. Using her new looks like a golden ticket, Gu scans through books and also finds info on a device called the aesthetic seismograph. Suddenly power cuts and she walks out and sees someone standing there. Cha recognizes her. She's one of the 4 Knights of Queen. She says, I'm 4-star beauty Lord Guang. I'm so excited to see you. She asks why you sent 2-star beauties to clean the toilet. Now I can't let you go. You think you're powerful because you're beautiful. She takes out her cloak and flashes the light. And calling the rank guardian, she says these will check and judge the appearance of both sides. One will lower appearance will disappear from this world. She releases out her big backlights and says no one can shine brighter than me in lights. She says I'm so excited as rank guardian are ready to eliminate Gu. But just then lights fall off, shocking her because Cha cuts the power. And as Guang is standing in 2 darker area, drones attacks her. She says this isn't exciting but gets eliminated in a moment, leaving a piece behind which is picked up by Gu. Cha asks, are you alright? She says, yeah, now I'm going to ugly prison. That night other knights get news that Guang is eliminated. They mock her. She was just a loser who can't do anything without a light. Another knight says, I'll go and eliminate Gu. She's our enemy. Meanwhile in ugly prison, prisoners are getting soup for dinner, and there is long line of ugly prisoners. Next we see an old prisoner trying to take some rest and whipped by officer. She then says don't slack off, and says you're guilty of only one sin, that's being ugly. In prison a boy asks his grandpa, can't we ever get out? Grandpa says ugly people has no place outside. Now we see ugly prison is full of spotlights. Just then cops gets alert as someone walks towards the ugly prison. It's Gu who says lay down your weapon. The cops say why do we listen you? So they get attacked by drones instantly. Others wonder what is happening outside. Just then the door opens and Gu appears, while the drones attack other cops making them vanish. As Gu moves forward, drones clear her path by removing cops. She says let all the prisons go. Then we see a control room tower and Gu enters inside it. Lasers turns around in her direction as warning says, people under 3-star will be erased. She stands in front of it and as it scans her beauty, the door opens for her 5-star beauty and she enters. But before she can press the big red button to free all prisoners, another glam knight shows up. He asks why a gorgeous woman like her is wasting time on trolls. Dressed in floral cosplay, he introduces himself as May. He reminds her that freeing uglies is illegal, you're going against the Queen. But she activates a magical wardrobe, and as the mirror appears around her she touches it. It breaks, it changes her whole attire, making her look more gorgeous. She stands there with confidence. Then backlight comes out and moves forward, shining brightly to enhance her beauty more. Beauty detector detects her beauty level beyond 5-star. But when May turn comes he just gets 2.5 rating. He gonna get vanished. He says you're dangerous but I'm an elite knight. He uses his magic as he says I'll show you true beauty. Flower in the mouth will make my face look smaller. Flowers on head will enhance my temperament. And flowers in my hand will complement the color scheme. And when the beauty detector again detects his beauty, it's still less than Gu's. She says looks like it didn't work for you, but suddenly she feels a bad smell. He says it's my carefully crafted stinky skunk blossom. And as you covered your nose it decreases your level. Even if you're beautiful, covering your mouth make a big difference. He laughs but just then she throws the dust on him, which gets into his eyes and he closes them saying it hurts. She says covering my mouth makes big difference, but what will happen to you with your eyes closed? Detector again detects he gets lower stars than her. He screams please wait as drones are about to shoot him. He begs for mercy saying I'll obey you Lord Gu. She realizes so that's how it works, if people kneel in front of more beautiful one drone won't attack. Just then Cha appears asking, "Are you okay, Lord Gu?" She says yeah. And when she tries to press button, Cha stops her, saying, "You can't do this." Gu says, "Let me go." Cha says these people are ugly, sinners shouldn't be walking down the street. This enrages Gu. She says they're just born with bad luck. Why do they have to suffer such treatment? Just because of their appearance they've to bear more difficulties and be bullied and humiliated. Cha walks out and says having beauty proves that beautiful people are better than others. Gu says not all beautiful people are good. Man's heart has nothing to do with beauty. It's not fair. Cha says you are not doing right by letting ugly people out. She kneels down and says, "Lord Gu, please rethink your decision." Gu calls drones and says, "Cha, I am asking you for last time to accept ugly people and obey my decision." Cha says, "I refuse." Drones get ready to shoot. Gu says don't be silly and remember her past moment as a guy when Cha was his boss. She doesn't want her to vanish. Cha says, "I only obey beauty. I'm sorry, Lord Gu." Drones shoot her in that instant and she vanishes away. This pisses Gu. Still she presses the button. All the prison cells starts getting open. Prisoners are amazed by this. Gu then stands out and says, "From now on you all are free. Eat what you want, do what you want. You are free," and all the prisoners get happy. They say we can go home and guy says look a good food and other jumps to snatch. They start fighting among themselves, calling each other ugly. Beauty detector activates and start eliminating the ugliest. A guy says I look better than you, this food should be mine, but other lunges towards him like a hungry dogs. They start taking out meat and are happy to get one. While drones keep eliminating the ugly ones as the fight continues. Next we see a man threatening a guy and saying everyone to kneel down if they don't wanna die. "I'm the best looking here so I'm king of this place." And they kneels down in front of him. Gu is shocked. Even after they're free nothing changed. Mei says ugly people are bullying people uglier than them. He gives her fragment of beauty key saying collect all pairs, this will unlock the queen's secret room. She says help me to collect all the pieces. Next we see two women fighting with each other. One says how dare you to talk with me that way. Another says it's because I'm more beautiful than you. Just then beauty detector drone appears and starts scanning them. The one with low level gets eliminated by it instantly. This shocks everyone present there and another woman runs from there. Next the news is broadcasted that Gu's company acquired largest manufacturing plants. As a CEO she signs the deal and shakes hand with Guy. In interview she says most important is to have beautiful heart, good looks are secondary. While her sister watches all this. In next scene Gu is on terrace, thinking of letters she sent to her sister saying your big brother is out for business and will be back soon. Later while taking baths she reminds of old man who turned him into a woman and wonders who was he. Just then Mei appears telling her I've found location of other knights. She says we'll have to reach them soon to get other 2 keys. He asks do you really want to be enemy of Queen? She says of course I'll change this world. Now he leaves thinking Queen was similar to you 3 years ago. Afterwards she goes to have dinner when someone attacks but she dodges. A woman appears saying one of 4 knights of beauty, Ying has come to see you. Gu says perfect you came yourself. She says to Gu I order you to accept defeat and bow down to Queen. Gu says how dare you to order me, but just then beauty detecting drones break through the window. They start detecting their beauty. Gu's level is higher. So Night opens her magical beauty box and makeup is put on her whole face. After it's done she looks so cute and perfect. She says my power is to use color to fine-tune facial structure, now I'm prettier. Just then drone attack Gu and she dodges. She runs as drones tries to hunt her down but fails to eliminate. She falls down. Ying says so you're trying to get drones to hurt me by mistake? They won't, they're very accurate. Gu then rolls below the table and drones comes to attack fastly. Suddenly they turn back towards the knight. Gu says I hide down intentionally. And when drones approached me down I discovered from this angle you look ugly and drones turn towards you. And they shoots at her. She says I dressed up in 100 different ways but still have an omission and then get eliminated. Gu comes out and picks up 3rd piece of the key and thinks now 1 more piece to go. At night in the mansion, Queen appears saying my 3rd knight is also gone and asks the last remaining knight, who is Gu. Knight says I'm doing research, I'll find about her soon. Next day as Gu comes out in a beautiful attire, Mei appears saying I've found the location of last night. She says well done, let's go to meet her. They enter inside a building. As they walk everyone watches them. Mei says I feel weird. They meet the receptionist who says Lord Kui is waiting for you. She takes them towards elevator saying go to top floor. Gu enters in but Mei is stopped by a receptionist who says only Lord Gu is allowed up there. He says you think you can stop me, but Gu says stay here. I have drones to protect me. She pressed the button and Mei says please be careful. Elevator starts going up and stops at 80th floor. As the door opens she enters in. Suddenly a powerful steel door comes down locking the way out. Just then last night appear and Gu walks towards her. Her name is Kui who welcomes Gu. Gu says give me your key, you're no match to me. She replies what if I say now? Hearing this, Gu taps to open her magical wardrobe, and magical mirrors appears in front of her. She touches it and as it breaks, her whole attire starts changing. With blue shoes and bow all over her dress, she stands confidently before him. Drone starts scanning quickly but couldn't able to detect. She says I'm not your rival now, but can you kill me? As she turns around, Drones detects and about to attack. But Gu runs to save her sister. Seeing her face, the drone stops. Ming puts mark on her. She asks what are you doing here? Just then she changes back to the night, saying I can visualize faces and can change my face by this face changing device. Even your sister's face. I checked your whereabouts and found this girl is important to you. Now prepare to die. She takes out her eye cloth and stands in front of her. Drones detects their beauty level and Gu has lower level. Hui says it's over as drones are about to finish Gu. Flowers come flying by to stop the face-changing device. Stone also hits it, falling on her head, and she falls down. Her face begins changing as the device starts malfunctioning. Beauty detector detects the ugly ones and attacks her. Tears come out of her eyes and she gets vanished. The last piece falls down and Gu looks at it. Just then Mei says I made it in time and destroyed her device. Gu says thanks to save me. He says elevator was locked. I came up with air duct. He gives her the last piece and she joins it. She then says let's go to castle and open the door to meet Queen. Now we see the castle of Beauty Queen and they stand outside it. Mei says this place was free to enter in the past. Beggars were around this place and Queen used to give them food and water. She abolished the face rank standards. All ministers opposed it. Suddenly she disappeared and when she came back, she was totally different person. She executed all ministers, reactivating the previously disabled beauty machines and reinstated face rank standard again, and allowed only 4 knights to serve her. As they walk, he says it's a face filter which don't let ugly people in. She enters and walks towards castle. After climbing long stairs, they pass through another filter. There are a lot of drones and Mei says this is all the creation of Beauty Queen. She's also a scientific genius. She invented everything in this place. Now Gu sees one more filter and Mei says this is as far as I can go. People under 5-star dies if they try to pass. But Gu crosses the pass and the door opens. Mei says Queen wasn't like this before, please help her. She walks inside the castle with charming Beauty. Queen says I'm 149th Queen of Beauty family. She turns around asking are you the one who killed my 4 knights? Gu says this key will open the chamber behind your throne. Queen says you're already beautiful, why you want to open it? I advise you don't. Gu says I want to change the world, and approaches her. Beauty detectors starts detecting their levels, as both has same beauty level so they break instantly. Queen smile and glitch happens making her disappear. Gu wonders where she's gone and just then a bright light occur. She runs out and sees beauty filter veil covers the castle. She hears the voice of Queen saying this first filter veil will cover whole city, eliminating all the ugly people. Ugly people are scared but get eliminated. She says all the ugliness will eventually disappear. Gu watches all this and the castle door closes. She feels helpless and thinks her sister will disappear too. Gu is teleported to city, people are vanishing. Queen appears saying after years of preparation, our kingdom's face filter is finally on. We will clean up people under 1 star, and only beautiful ones will survive. This scares the hell out of the people. As people gets vanishing, Gu runs to protect her sister. She reaches outside the door and runs inside. But there is a lock. Camera starts detecting her face. As she cries out her sister's name, Ming open the door. But it fails to open since it requires only Ming's face. She takes out the device and making it bigger, she takes its help to change the face. The lock opens, seeing Ming's face. She changes back her face and runs in. But reaching there, Queen welcomes her saying nobody can be saved. She asks what you did with my sister. Just then he hears Ming's voice, big brother, it's me. I didn't realize 5 stars you. I've done bad things but I don't regret. 3 years ago I played with Queen. I've experienced everything about her, it's all fake. But it's enough for me now, it's time to end. Gu asks you mean you pretended to be Beauty Queen? Ming says yes I did. He says no way, my sister can never do this. She says you cannot stop me and pushes a button. A device grabs the Gu and throws her outside the door. She cries out why you did this while filter has started veiling the kingdom. Gu says why this is happening. Just the doctor appear and says take the key and go back to stop her. She says you, and he replies everything I've done to you is for today. He says take this royal blood, you will need it. Only you have the courage to change this world. She takes it and runs. Riding on bike she heads towards the castle. Now she reached near the throne and put the key on it, which takes her down to the chamber. There is a large machine called aesthetic seismograph. She's amazed to see it. She spots its control button and runs toward it. While her sister accepts her fate and shutting down her system, she thinks this is the end, as Veil will reach here I'll get vanished for ugliness. Gu reaches to the control button, she injects the royal blood on it. In next moment, story shifts to past. Ming gets startled by the queen, who asks, "Are you releasing the turtles?" She says yeah. Seeing Queen's beauty, Ming feels not more than a peasant. Ming says, "I shouldn't have come here." Queen says, "It's okay, why were you releasing turtles?" She tells, "I saw someone was selling them, so I bought them and released them. I didn't want them to be locked up like my brother locks me because I'm too ugly, I'm not allowed to go out." Queen says one's heart has nothing to do with his looks. Ming starts crying, "Do you even know what it's like to be ugly? Do you know everyone avoids you when you are ugly? All the priorities are for beautiful people. You're most beautiful and enjoying affluence in castle. Do you even know about life outside?" She then says sorry for behaving this way. Queen says, "Come with me." She takes her to castle and they walk inside. She pushes the button and it takes them down. There she's amazed by seismograph and the different beauty machines. Queen gives her a tour, telling, "These all are my inventions. Especially this body shift bubble can turn you into random person. But this is my latest invention, skin whitening body pulling foil. Anyone could become beautiful with this, but it still needs some work. And this is aesthetic seismograph. It's not my invention. My family protected it for generations. Only my family blood can control it. This machine can alter the magnetic field of this planet's core, changing people's perception. My mother told me long time ago my ancestors made people to worship money while other make them follow loudest person is king with help of this machine. Now in my generation it makes people love beauty. And I'm guarding this machine, but I wonder, what kind of world can make people happier? Is it possible to use looks as people's life standards? Is everything I'm guarding is correct?" Suddenly Ming shoots her with body shift bubble, saying, "I despise you," and her body changes into a body of old hag. She says, "Press that red button to restore that." But Ming breaks it instead, saying, "I'm not nice. I released the turtles just because I liked it. I'm ugly, stupid, and has poor motor nerves. I'm bottom of the bottom," and presses a button. She cries out, "Why are there people like you? Pretty, genius, like an angel. I want to be like you." Queen says, "We will figure out something for you." Pressing control, she says, "Nah, I could be you right now," and changes into the queen. Old hag says it will stop working in 3 years. She says, "Then everyone will die with me that day. For now I am gonna rule the world," and orders the drones to eliminate the old hag. He tries to dodge but get hurt a bit. Pressing a button, he escapes from there. In queen's form, Ming says, "At least these 3 years of life, I can live to the fullest," while real queen in form of old hag is worried about kingdom. In next moment we see Gu watching. These were all the past memories, which comes together and form a vision of queen, who says, "I'm Xiaogu," and admits that she was Machete, the same man who helped her become a beautiful woman. Gu feels worried about her sister, but the queen calmly tells her that time in outside world has stopped there inside the inner space of seismograph, where her mind and the minds of all the rulers before her are stored. The blood she gave Gu earlier was the key that unlocked this space. Gu asks how to turn off the beauty filter. The queen explains that all of her machines run on power from the seismograph. The beauty filter, which Ming started building on her own, has become too powerful to stop now. Gu then asks how to stop the filter from killing all people who aren't beautiful. The queen says there's only one way to change the standards of beauty. There is no other option. She says she has thought for a long time about what the right standard should be. She has looked at the memories of the rulers before her, and they all had different ideas. Some believed height mattered most. Others believed weight is important or money were most important. Each generation had its own idea of beauty, and these ideas always changed. But through all of that, she found one thing that stayed the same: the average person. She encourages Gu to change the rules so that ordinary people become the new standard of beauty. But if that happens, people who don't fit into that standard will die instead. She asks Gu to make a choice. Gu stays silent for a moment. Then she says she won't choose. She hates this world where beauty decides everything. Once I was ugly too, living a bottom life with no hopes. I tried to resist those beautiful people until you changed me into a beautiful woman. From her new place of power, she made high-star people do the jobs of low-star people. And she freed the prisoners in Ugly Gate prison. But now she sees she was wrong. Cha was right, beauty is not the problem. The problem is using beauty as the only thing that matters. Gu says there is another way. She wants to destroy the seismograph completely. The queen is shocked and tells Gu to think again. Without the seismograph, her machines across the country and the world will stop working. The world will fall into chaos, and Gu might die too. But Gu is ready. She believes that even without the drones telling people how much they are worth, people will find their own worth. She believes that ugly people won't have to hide anymore. Everyone will have the same chance to make a name for themselves, and that world is enough for her. Gu calls all the drones back to the castle. They all move towards her. Then she gives the command. The drones all aim at the seismograph. Together, they fire and starts to destroy it. And Gu's body begins to fall apart and Queen's lab get destroyed. Queen slowly disappears and hopes that Gu made the right choice. The effect is instant. The people are saved. The Shetty turns back into the Queen. Ming opens her eyes and sees that she is still alive. Finally, the seismograph is destroyed by Gu and she's also disappearing. In her last moment, she hopes the world will turn out to be better. She says goodbye to Ming. A huge pillar of light surrounds the castle as it is destroyed. The light can be seen from far away. Mei helps the Queen to get up. She watches everything with her eyes. Ming sees what Gu has done and cries in sadness. 2 years later, painful events of that day are remembered in a memorial. Many people come to show respect to those who died. A reporter in news channel tells that they're finding the fake Queen who caused all this trouble. Queen has returned to the castle and abolished the face rank law. She gives a press conference for the first time in a very long time. Later inside her castle, Queen says thank you for today's hard work to her ministers, who bows in front of her. She then asks Mei if they have found the fake Queen yet. Mei says not yet. She then says maybe she doesn't want to be found and clicks a pic. Now, all around the world, people click pictures and using filter they make themselves look good. Even an ugly woman looks beauty queen. While taking selfies with friends, people can use filters. Meanwhile, Ming is living by herself working all day. Just then door opens and someone calls her. With this our story ends. If you want more videos like this, please give 1 million likes and subscribe. Share your views in the comment box. I will be reading all of your comments. You guys are the best.